why trade for a player that everybody in your team knows everybody's on the ice 5 minutes early, right? There's that kind of energy, that the bump that you get when you bring a guy in. We feel style of game more than anything that we feel that we can have Seth come in. There's going to be a learning curve here. We're going to need the 20 games. The systems are completely different than what he's played. The East is different than the West now. So there's a whole bunch of things. Probably good that it's Tampa tonight because they'll get a real good look at the close area game that's played over here. He has a skill set. He's a big man that moves. The offensive part is there, but he wasn't brought in for that. He was the idea that he could play our game and he could excel in our game. He's a big man that covers an awful lot of ice. He's got lots of experience. He's got hands that can make a play, but we're not going to ask him to make a play 60 feet away. Just some short area plays. We just think he's a real good fit. I would say that we feel similarly to Nico Mikkola in some ways. Different style. I'm not comparing the style of game, but Nico was a really good defenseman in this league prior to coming here. But he's perfectly built to play the game and the style of game that we play, and we feel the way about Seth. He's a real good defenseman coming in here. There's going to be an adjustment for him because our systems are very different than the West and the teams that he's played with. That'll take him a little while, but once he gets it, he's going to get it and be real good.
I mean, Seth is one of the only people that can stand next to Nico Mikkola and make him look like a regularly sized
man.
I mean, what does it look like now you have those two guys next to each other on the same pair?
We've got really good size and good speed on our back end. He just fits. There is a value to a guy that can cover ice and kill plays and then start the breakout. It's how we're built. It's the game that we play. We think he's got the skill set for it.
We talk about bit trade time, change of scenery kind of thing, but with Seth, going from teams that really weren't challengers to rebuilds in Chicago to this, I mean, how much do you think that's going to energize him and get him going, especially now that he's here for the long term?
I think the biggest benefit is usually those players that they're in a program that's at a different development time, right? They're most dynamic players, 19 years old, so there's some time there that he can actually come in the room and it's not all on him, right? Where you got to carry the ball, and if you're losing a bunch of games, you feel that pressure and it can weigh on you. He's just one of the players in the room now. He can go in and do his job. Get back to playing, just playing, and lead through your play. You don't need to fix 4 other things that are going on in your room. It's not even fixed. It's develop. It's what leadership is. He's an alternate captain on their team. They're a young team, so there's a lot that goes to that. You can just come in and play the game of hockey, get to know some guys, get into our rhythm and our routine, and just enjoy himself a little bit.
Saw him out there on PP2, screen the penalty kill, the power play. How do you expect him to
Yeah, we'll move him into kind of second unit to start. So second unit on the power play. He won't come off the bench first on the penalty kill. We just feel there's so much that he needs to cover and learn in the first 5-on-5 that we don't want to load him with all of those things, and then we'll just grow with it. We'll see where he gets to.
And on the power play, you also made the change to swap Rodrigues and Samoskevich. I mean, does it now give you 2 power play units that have different levels of star power?
Yeah, I think I've always still thought that Bennett and Verhaeghe are actually really effective on a unit together. Sam did a real good job off the goal line. We've had a couple of games where we've had some chances not finished. We felt as Samo has kind of evolved here and grown that the right-handed shot is a different kind of threat. And we just wanted to wait till he got his 5-on-5 game right, that his confidence with the puck was high, and it should be now. So we've been looking at that, waiting to almost time that waiting for Mackie, and he has, credit to him, gotten to a level that we think he can be real good there.
You talked about the learning curve with Seth and playing such a different style from where he came from. How do you kind of plan that in terms of how you integrate it with him and how you implement it with him, like load management?
So, the load management gets handled by the other 5 men. We don't need him to play 25 minutes tonight, right? So he's going to play just the top 4 minutes, and that'll be probably 2 or 3 minutes off what he's been playing. We'll also just start when you but all these systems and things, he'll just learn that over time. You'll see video every day. He'll sit with his partner and they'll just go through. So this guy's not his first year in the league. He's going to pick up, I mean, he's not playing a different sport. So he's going to pick this up fairly quickly. All we'll ask him to do then is focus on one kind of area of his game, and that would be gap control. That's the biggest thing. So it's not necessarily systematic. You can gap better when you understand where everybody else is supposed to be. You'll definitely gap better when you trust that they're going to be there. But we'll just ask him to kind of focus on that, closing the gap as quick as he can, using his feet and his stick and his range to kill plays.
What's it mean to, I don't know, the energy in the room or the message that when management trades some of tomorrow and Spencer Knight to win now?
Well, that's the window that we're in, and this is a really good hockey trade for both organizations, and it's why it happened. Because Spencer, I believe, in a few years will come into his prime at usually about 25, and that'll be the time that their Bedards get to 22, 23. So he's going to grow with that good young core. So it makes complete sense for the Chicago Blackhawks. And our need, having lost Montour and Ekman-Larsson last year, was in that. That was a need for now. But we are clearly in the now phase, right? Our best players in that 27 through 30 age were in that window. So needs of both teams got filled. And what you love the most about this trade is this is not an expiring contract. We're not bringing a guy in that is going to be thinking that he's here for 2 or 3 months, and then we'll see what happens. So he's here.
Speaking of the room, how easy is it to welcome Rodrigues back in, just given this familiarity with everyone?
That's the smoothest of his all. He's worked with Robbie Tallis. He knows a whole bunch of guys in the room. He knows what highway to get on to come to the rink. It's just a nice, easy fit. The personality of him is important in our room, and he has that immediate comfort being here.
Do you feel good for Spencer Knight that he's going to get a chance to really spread his wings? I mean, I'm sure you hate losing. The flip side of a trade is losing a friend and all that, but he might be able to start there consistently.
It's a tougher situation when you care about somebody deeply and then you send them to a place that's worse, right? That if you've got a 32, 33-year-old guy that's battled for you and you send him to a rebuild, he's going to a place that that's timed for him to build with the team and with the group. He'll have more guys his age in that group. He comes out of college in a certain rhythm of playing as many games. There's not as many, but he'll get into that 60-game range very quickly. The rotation, 23 to 25 is kind of that when they pass into that I'm ready stage. It's going to be great for Spencer Knight. I'm really happy for him. It's a tough couple days. The first time you get traded, the first time you get fired, it's always very, very personal. And then you realize it happens when you see it happen 1,000 times a year. It's not personal, and this will be great for him. So we do feel good. And he's good. He's good where he's at. He's solid now. He feels good. He's got a program. He's got the toolbox that he needs to go on and be great.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, everybody.
Thank you.